and you'll gain the benefit of the shade, so on.
Because it's high.
That can happen quite quickly, actually.
But
The
you're
lengths of
talking-
timber I'll need to get from Bunnings. I'll probably fit those into the car.
You're talking timber, and
Yeah.
it does rot, you know?
Well, these are treated pine sleepers. They will, but it'll take a while and cost of other material. And it's all demountable. None of it's permanent. That's the beauty of it. And if they rot, well and good. Chop them up and throw them in the compost, and they're rotted. But they'll last for 10 years.
Yeah.
20 maybe. Yeah, sound like a plan?
Yeah.
And see that height of the mezzanine? The mezzanine?
Yeah.
So you'd have something coming out that height all the way to the front corner post. Okay? And a shelf running that way. In line at the same height as no lower than the mezzanine level. And that'll land on the corner post there. That moringa tree could probably go up and be in that corner and be that shade that you need. And that might even shade my joint, I don't know. And I'll put that moringa tree in one of those big black pot plants in the corner.
How would a shade go?
No.
No?
Not yet. I mean,
because from that, see that there? In the that from there.
Finish one thing before we go skips and off.
That was
this one here.
Yeah.
That pot plant, right, up about this level, about here. Like even that alone, shade that. These elephants here, even. That one there, also, the pot plant.
In this one? Put in this one.
No, that's what I'm. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I had in mind.
Yeah. Good.
You know, right, and then bang, and then you've got two uniform pot plants, so they don't look all higgledy-piggledy, and then get all the other stuff here and clear that out somewhere.
Yeah.
You've got used to this corner there. Okay, you've got the shade, bit of a screen here, it might even, yeah, and that's done then. Yeah. So it's got something coming there, something here, this high, and something there. 1, 2, 3 attachments, and then a shelf going that way, 82, and then one this way, 82. Right.
This movie I saw called Dream Horse.
Hold that thought, I'll just grab another one.
Okay.
quality music you've got going there.
Oh, sorry. 201.
I'll look that up next time.
Mm.
I'm working on my soundproofing so I can play my saxophone.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'd just have them down in the carport.
Well, that's where it's going.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, double glazed atrium in there that's soundproofed and insulated. Just a glass rectangular cube
Oh, yeah.
that I can relocate because it's all panel based,
Mm.
interlocking panels, and I can relocate that when I, buy the dream home. But you fit a baby grand in there and a couple of cameras and
Yeah,
a drum kit and
Yeah.
your guitar.
Oh, no problem.
Bang! You got a practice room and you can charge that out for recording studio for $500 an hour.
I might turn that hose off. What would you say? You think it's enough?
Well, I haven't seen much of this. Yeah,
Shift it?
shift it, could do.
I'll
Yeah,
turn it
well,
off if you shift it.
All right, you do that and I'll do that. Do you need your walker or?
No.
How good's that beer?
Right?
That's from Rome, that beer.
Is it? Yeah.
It's 5.1%, so it's
Strong,
a strong beer, yeah. Just be careful with your feet.
How's that? Too hard? Perfect. Okay. Likes to come to you. Yeah, he's following you all the way. Yeah. He's still coming. Stop a little bit. Let him catch up. Coming? He's everybody's favourite.
He's everyone. He's very social, that one, yeah.
See where that tree is behind him?
No, stop. No more of that.
That is where the coconut tree is.
Good for you. Okay.
Put the pot on top of it.
Mm.
Build it with
Oh.
time to plant it.
What's that?
Put that pot there, where that is there.
I can't. Oh.
Okay, I'll- No, I can't.
You're going to have to change your attitude, dude. If
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
I can't.
tolerate, I cannot kind of follow you in directions. Right?
Eh?
I don't want to follow your door. I don't want to be pointed. I can't
Okay.
see with these glasses on. I've said it
Fair
before,
enough.
right? That's twice just this afternoon.
Yeah.
After 5 years of that, it runs a bit thin, eh?
Why don't
So
you
give
get
me a
your
break.
Vision glasses. You gotta put your cataract with contacts in.
How about you just stop being an ass? How about that? And grow up a
I
bit.
can do that.
Good. Oh boy. Oh, I haven't seen minor birds for a while. Is that one there? I'm doing it to you. Or is that a pigeon
It is, and I've minor bird.
in the gutter there? Yeah.
Yeah.
They had traps for those, which were quite
The-
successful, I
Yeah,
think.
because they were killing the other birds.
The native species, yeah. Right. How? Oh, here we go. I've seen this before. A quartet. Right. I've seen two
Oh.
pairs have a fight exactly where those birds are now.
What do they fight about?
Well, it looked like they're having a barn dance or doing a square dance, and then I don't know whether it was a toad they were squabbling over, Now you get the sparrows have kicked in.
Real worm.
Word's got around a campfire. There's a drink to be had. It's happy hour. There you go. They start jumping over one. Look at this. They start. See, there's 4 here. These 4 minor birds.
Yeah.
This is some sort of.
Ritual, is it?
Well, I think it might be some sort of all-in fight
Ah.
between 2 pairs of. They're just chasing off the sparrows. Now the sun's just perfect now. What time is it now? 4:45? 4:45?
4.
Yeah.
3 o'clock when I came out.
It's just past the corner of the building. And it's just, yeah. And you're not allowed any exposure, is that the rule from a doctor? or
Oh
what?
yeah, I've got to get it. Not to go in the sun.
Okay.
I put it on at night time.
Yeah.
Well, this time it's just about worn off. You know.
Okay.
But I'm not reacting to it very badly at all. Some people, they come out, they're terrible, especially
The cream.
fair people
Yeah.
from Ireland or those sort of.
I think I dodged a bullet there because I think in those years I definitely would have done enough damage. You only need one good sunburn,
Yeah.
and I can remember I probably had about 4 of those. At worst case, I reckon 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But I think I avoided it because I was overseas for that bit.
Well, when you were how old were you in that over?
27, I think I left. 26 I was.
Yeah. It's what you had when you were a kid,
Mm.
sort of thing, yeah. And you
Well-
went to school. Did you have a lot of sun?
No, I was pretty. We had hats. We were told
Yeah.
you couldn't. No hat, no play was the rule.
Yeah. But when you come home, you had the shade in the afternoon from that great big
Yeah,
fig tree. Yeah.
yeah. But they're out on the ride on. If you're doing anything that's fun, you'll burn to it. You will not feel it. If you're riding
Yeah,
if you're
that's
riding a motorbike,
I do.
the last thing, or if you're at the reef, you know,
Mm.
that's where you get smashed. Fishing out the reef or snorkeling at Green Island or Fitzroy,
Yeah, that's
or on the beach swimming or having fun in the. That's when you're sort of distracted and need someone to remote. Well, they know more about it now, I think, than they did, eh?
Yeah,
Like-
well, I used to ride to work about 7 in the morning, it was between 11 and 2, or it was about the worst time to 10 and 2
Yeah.
in the day. It's the worst time for Sunday. I was in an office most of the time, or at school.
Yep. Yeah. Well, you're lucky to have that.
But coming out up the top there, but I've got them on my arms and things, I suppose.
Yeah. But you interested in hydroponic and solar power and hydroponics, mate?
I think yours.
Are you interested in hydroponics and
Well,
solar,
I was, yeah.
solar power? I mean, if you could, just
Hydroponics, absolutely, yeah.
yeah,
Well, I was years ago in the towers.
it's just incredible how far advanced you were ahead of your time, you know.
Well, I read books on it, and we went down, Kat and I, to Brisbane and had a look at
Bridges.
a garden, and they drove us there, and
You can get all that in a kit now. That's like
yeah, well, we
a
did
truck,
get it. We
a
did it.
truck container that's all self-contained. You just pull up this, like a semi-trailer.
Oh yeah.
What do you call them? Not a fridge mobile, whatever. They look like one of those, and bang.
The
You-
main problem was up in the tropics, all the diseases, tropical diseases. That was
Oh.
the thing again. Look at it, blindly, it's at your feet. The
No.
birds at your feet.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, just about he was. Can't see. You go past you?
I've got my eyes closed, worshipping
He's
the
up on
sun.
the rock now. On the right-hand side of your
Good to know.
left-hand side, and he's having a look, Joe.
Yeah.
Going to get a bit of your grey hair.
I think he's going to pluck out that grey hair
Grey
of mine.
hair, yeah, might get your whiskers.
He might take a shine.
He's right up high in the plants.
Just not the eyes. No, well, all those, what they're doing is they're growing things like alfalfa sprouts as fodder for Wagyu beef in the middle of nowhere. Right? That's how productive these things are. And I think some of them can even take moisture out of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Or they've got desalinators. They've got all sorts of stuff depending on what the specific requirements are for the site. So you can pull up at a dam, you know, like on a station somewhere, and feed your cattle this alfalfa sprout, hydroponically grown alfalfa sprout.
Yeah, you think so?
Well, look, I've seen the TV on Landline or wherever.
Yeah.
It's just mind blowing, and that way you haven't got to haul all of that. You know, you've just got the seed in this unit that's growing enough to, you know, plug a hole in your feeding cycle because you didn't get the rain or whatever. It's exciting, you know, that side of things. I don't know who we're going to trade with anymore.
Yeah, who wants it? Our beef. Who wants our beef?
Well,
Because they don't want our wine.
The whole planet's sort of tilting a bit
To
sort of
China.
pinko socialist, communist kind of.
To what?
We've got to get the vaccine to everybody is kind of a, you know, it's sort of a thin edge of the wedge of kind of socialism and the death of the free market. Because how can you charge another country money and say, well, if you can't, like American healthcare is basically, if you don't have the money to pay for your doctor, you die.
Yeah, you die.
That's their healthcare.
Policy, yeah.
So that's how hardcore right they are. And England, with their more open rubbish, well, they've left themselves open to becoming a socialist.
For the whole world.
Well, everyone's milking them,
Yeah,
and have
that's
done
right.
for decades, and brought the country to its economic knees. And they're struggling. Oh, they're struggling for relevance in Europe.
Yeah.
They're a former global, you know, empire that have left a lot of bad memories for a lot of bad people who now want compensation in the form of their land back and
Who's that?
the Africans.
Africans want their land
Oh,
back.
they want them. Yeah, off the French,
Oh, yeah.
so they all returned back to the motherland of, you know, the French colonies were.
French took them and
French took them, so now all the
We're going to
Africans
France.
going back to France and going, hey fellas, you
What
know,
about us? Yeah.
let's have some health care. They're quite entitled to it. That's just sublime, that music. I haven't. Is it the jazz or?
Jazz. Yeah.
Okay. I'll get this winch thing happening again, Mum. It was actually very, very useful to have that, saving trips up and down the stairs.
This
Oh, that rope thing.
here is.
But you can't bring anything out anymore, can you?
Can't bring.
You're not able to carry stuff to that point.
Oh, of course I can.
No.
Just if I'm comfortable and I don't want to move.
Hmm.
I just sit there like it. to get out of pain, I sit.
Yeah.
And then if I get out, or it takes me about 20 minutes to get out of pain. I get up and do.
In the morning, is it?
Oh, just certain times, yeah. In the morning, I have my coffee and I'm out, you know. I have my medication and I'm pretty good.
Yeah. Mobility stretch is good. Oh,
Yeah, I stretch
well,
the bed.
go and see that girl.
Yeah, I need something
No,
like that.
I've already
What's
paid
it cost?
paid for some.
Have you?
So yeah, opposite Cairns Central. I'll take you in to see her because she's very good with the pressure points, and you'll benefit for circular. You'll just, it's just
Yeah.
good this time out. You can't beat them.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm trying to organise it so that she can come around here, and
I can get there. Like, she got the cooking there.
why do you go? You know,
All right.
why if I say black, you say white all the time?
Well, what is she?
Have you thought
where's
that
she going to
through?
operate here?
I haven't finished, have I? Because you interrupted like you normally do.
She hasn't got the equipment.
Hey?
She
But
wouldn't
you,
have the equipment.
I haven't finished speaking, have I?
All right.
Right? Before you've shut the
right.
whole thing down like you normally do. Now, take your medicine. If you do the crime, you've got to do the time. Don't do that to me anymore. She does have the equipment here if I was allowed to finish, and it's in the garage. Okay? So that you do not have to go in there,
Yeah.
right? As a mutual convenience to both you and her. Because I know that you won't go in because you're a tight ass and you need this kind of treatment, and it's better than going to the physio in my view, and it's even better if you combine both. It's been paid for. It's been paid for. I don't know what else you could find to argue about, Linda.
Okay.
Right? You just need
Well,
to.
you have to let me know these things.
I didn't get the word out, did I?
All right.
Hey, did I? I didn't get to finish, and you quite often do it. That's what I quite often complain about it, and you continue to do it. God, you.
Well, I think.
I have paid for it. I have paid for it.
Okay.
Right? The equipment is here. Okay, so it'll work out quite well.
Just let me know.
Well, the thing is that part of it is it puts you in such a relaxed state. If you're able not to drive after, and you can just go straight to bed after that, right? You know, it's better than alcohol to put you to sleep. You're just in such a relaxed state of mind, and it works with that meditation technique on Netflix. You know, sort of. And I thought, right here, you can listen to the birds. You know, she can walk along your back. I've got the thing that's out the thing there, the massage table for it. And if you have any friends that also need one, then you can get them around as well. Right? Yeah. Well, combine the two. Come around, do an IT lesson on the phone and get a massage afterwards. It's by packaging things together that you get people to buy your service, because it's a unique offering, you know. And between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Okay.
At night.
And no men, just women only.
Okay.
Okay. So no happy endings.
Okay.
No happy ending, no funny business. It's our policy.
Right.
And they might even bring us some more of that Thai bloody. That was just Thai curry, and that was just herbs and I put that. They had that with rice. It had lemongrass and chili, and God, it was fragrant. And I had that with coconut milk and some prawns. But I probably would put a bit less in because it was fairly potent, wasn't it?
Well, I've had the prawn one. It was just, I put my coleslaw meal, I just put about a tablespoon over the top of it.
Mm.
And it was perfect
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Mm. Mm. Well, that's it. I think
But I don't know how long with the prawn, how long it can be alright.
Oh, probably needs to go tonight, I think.
Yeah, eat the prawn, eh? With the prawns in it.
I'll throw those over over the coleslaw.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what you? That's what you did?
Mm.
Wow. Yeah, with some peanuts. That'd be.
Did you have that last night?
Yeah, I did.
And if you wanted, you could.
Well, I didn't have the prawns. Sorry, I had the coleslaw.
Oh, that comes from before.
Mm.
But I might have some too.
Bit of mango or coconut or pineapple or mango or lychee nuts or something, and
You could steam the veggies too. The coleslaw. I bet if you want
the cabbage.
cabbage, or as it is,
Well,
it's good.
yeah, I think it softens with the acid that you put in, softens it, and it's brine from the olives. I had two going at once before I conked out that night. I don't know what happened. I meant to go up and film what I was. Those dishes look so visual. The coleslaw, that I remember.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But one was garlic and onion and capers, parsley and olives,
Yeah.
and it was just a full-on, super strong, pungent, setup, and yeah. So I like that. And then the other one, I had a bit of mayo with it, tomato. And I think we'll set your camera up here to film the street.
On that coast.
No, just on a tripod peeking out that, probably from this angle here,
Oh, yeah.
so they won't be able to see it, but it'll be able to read number plates and see what sort of revs they're doing. And then for repeat it, because you've got kids, those African kids playing with balls on the corner here.
Yeah.
So you got Boland Street, but the main one is that Alfred Street. They roar down there as well at the moment. It's only a matter of time before one of those kids runs out chasing the ball.
Is it Earl or L?
What's this one here?
Earl.
Earl.
Oh, Earl.
Earl, is it? Yeah. Well,
It's Minnie.
Man.
Oh, Man.
That's Man
is it?
Street. And Minnie might be one up. No, that in Gatton.
Oh, Minnie is.
Minnie doesn't run across Parramatta School. Minnie's Minnie's on the other side of the other side of the drain at Parramatta School there, you know.
Mm.
Right. I think I've got my storage worked out. Yeah. And I might start to reef up some of those boxes in that storeroom, like the gardening equipment and everything like that, because I'm putting I'm grouping things together and throwing shit out and still, you know.
There's three black boxes there. It doesn't matter, I'll get the other ones.
Yep.
The others are a bit cracked, so.
I might get that organ and move it down into the garage and open up that balcony space, get everything off that balcony. You can't have tables and chairs in a rental, because if a kid climbs up on that and goes over and bang, you're gone, right? So
It's got to be a
that-
certain height.
that balcony needs to be filled in with some screen, okay, so the kids can't go over the edge, all right? If they have a visitor, mum, even.
It's not our responsibility if it's legal balcony, you know what I mean? It's the parents'
There's liability and there's morality,
All right. Well,
and the morality is mitigate risk.
okay.
If it's all, and it's, I want that, I want something there so that that area can, with louvers or something, it's protected against wind and some noise insulation, and not build it in, but just have some sort of, you know,
Sliding glass windows.
something. Well, you could have, yeah, you could get that sliding door and push it forward, you know, and have that as your sliding window, and then just enclose around the
Yeah.
balcony.
If you went to the second-hand places, it's like
Or the dumping, yeah, yeah. I know, I know how we used to roll, and you think about what Kenny had, everything you needed to build a house, including the truck, you know. And if I had my own bit of dirt and shed, I think I'd be laughing. And that's why I don't want to get too carried away with the bloody garages.
Yeah.
You know, but I can make stuff that I can put on the back of a truck. I can build it here. That's what I'm kind of, one of the things I'd like to do is inside that. Anyway. Want something to eat? Snack or
Yeah, what do you got?
peanuts for me? Peanuts or coleslaw?
Cheese and biscuits.
Hey?
Cheese and biscuits.
Is there?
There's biscuits and cheese there, yeah.
Okay. You want some hot salami with it?
No. Well, you have it, not me then. You've got all the birds flying through the sprinkler.
I'm a bit elephant's trunk now. I might just go upstairs and watch the football.
Okay, me too.
Oh, so that would go well in that.
Yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
Excuse me.
They haven't got any enemy yet. What do you want to do about that?
Can I have this?
Yeah, you can have it.
Some chilies in it.
Chilies.